Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chris Cooper, known as the Channel Guy Trader, and I'm reporting to you live from Wall Street Trading Satellite Office down in sunny South Florida. Today's date is Wednesday, December the 26th, 2012, and here is today's midday market update brought to you by WallStreetTrading.com. Want to first start off by saying I hope you guys had a happy holiday and hope you guys continue to have one as we have New Year's coming up. In any case, let's go ahead and take a look at the markets here. The Dow Jones is currently down 43 points. The comp is down 22. The Russell 2000 is down about 4 points, and the S&P is down about 8 points here. Taking a look at a couple of different sectors, the BKX, the banking index sector, is up 11 cents. The XOI oil index sector is down $4.77. USO is up 80 cents as crude oil and gold had a nice pop this morning. Gold kind of faded back down that pop-up that it had pre-market, but crude oil still holding up pretty well. That's pretty bullish for the energy sector if you look at it that way. GDX gold miners are down 12 cents. JJC copper is up 56 cents. Copper as well got a pop this morning, and it's holding its gains pretty well. SLV is pretty much flat. Down 5 cents, was up earlier, but of course it faded back down and gave it back. Nice spike in volatility today so far, as the markets have faded to the downside this morning. The VIX is up $1.64. The VXX, which I could bring up here real quick, is up $1.68 right now as we speak. All right, so what's going on here? Let's take a look at the ES 15-minute chart, which you see here on your left-hand side. Ever since we had a little mini flash crashes, which I like to call it, which they recovered it pretty well, but we did have a little flash crash for a second there when that news came out on Thursday evening. You can see that we've been trading in this little range here. Let me take off the studies here so you guys can see this real quick. You can see we've really pretty much been trading in a range here between this 1460.53 level and this 1424.79 level, with these two traps that took place on the market here on Friday. See trap action, they faded back in the range. Trap action, they faded back in the range on Sunday night. All right, then we came into the market here on Monday, all right, which was just a half a day. They faded the market down a little bit after rallying it up from the overnight lows. Sideways action for most of the day. Then over here, when we opened up this morning at 6 o'clock this morning, we gapped up a little bit, traded sideways. And then once we sold off below this 1421 level, the sellers came into the market. And then once we sold off more, between this below this 1416 level, all right, we had some sellers come in and we saw some volume come in. Now they're bouncing right back up. Some levels that we discussed this morning to our traders in the room to watch. To the top side was this 1424, 1426, 1427.75 level. Obviously, you can see here this morning we hit a high of 14. We had a high before we opened up here at 1424.51, which was our R1. Then we reversed, and then once we traded below Monday's opening price right here around 1421, all right, we started highlighting the fact that the market was starting to get weak and we could expect some selling pressure. I actually called the market hit a low of 1411 and we hit a low of 1410.75. All right, if you guys want to see some of the analysis that I had to that thinking, well, you can take a look at my proprietary channel system that I run on my other screen. I really don't show this in the chat room, but you can see here we've been trading in a range here. All right, and I have this key highlighted areas on the channel system, and you can see we were trading this little range right here, this little top range up here. All right, once we got that selling pressure below 1417, which I had as my S2 support, my next target was to look for an extreme low around this 1411 area, which we can see we hit right there. And then you can see that we're trying to trade around this key trend line that I have on my chart right here. Now, if we can hold above 1414, we can expect to move back up towards 1417. But if we continue to hold below this 1417 in the little short term here, we can expect this to be a bear flag that's playing out off the little flash crash that we had from the selling pressure from Thursday after hours. You have a little down move, a little sideways action right here, kind of little bear flag action, and expect that to move lower. So that's one thing to watch. In any case, let's take a look at a couple of stocks that are moving and shaking this morning. A couple stocks that you could take a look at here. Let me bring my other stock screen up here for you guys real quick. Is Baidu. All right, Baidu. Baidu, I guess, was gapping down because Sina. Well, actually, Baidu didn't gap down. It gapped down a little bit, but Sina was actually gapping down a lot, and that got a nice reversal to the top side. Baidu had a nice little move to the top side. It's been going up pretty strong ever since this morning. Held the 100 level pretty good. That 100 bid held up pretty well when the market was pulling back. I believe the reason for this is behind this is that the Chinese market, they had a good move higher yesterday. Or I should say today. yesterday, today, and they had a good move over there in China, and that's pretty much sinking into some of these ADR companies from the Chinese stocks that trade over here on our markets. Therefore, you have Baidu trading pretty strong. Keep an eye on that to make a move higher in the afternoon session. You can take a look at Cena. Cena gap was down like $1.64 pre-market, recovered up pretty well. My thinking is that Baidu could continue to trade higher. People will probably come in and try to buy the Cena back up here. As you can see, this is a 15-minute chart right here that I'm zooming in right now. You have this nice little strong move and a little sideways consolidation up here near the high. So keep an eye on that Cena. Facebook was gapping up this morning. That stock pretty much faded. We called this one out for a trade, but take a look what happened here, guys. I got my 1-minute chart right here. If I zoom this over, you can see the 1-minute chart. The stock was basically trading in a range between 27 and 27.10. All right, it took out that range. First of all, it took out that range. Then it took out the highs. And guess what you have here, guys? You have a nice little bull trap right here, which we recognize. So a bull trap breakout over 27.08. All right, sucked in some people that were looking for a long over the highs, got them involved to the long side, and pretty much washed out everybody that had a stop below the bottom of that range. I was expecting it to go to the top side. Sellers came in. That's when the volume picked up, and that's when we started taking off. So that's a nice example of a bull trap. If you want to see what a bull trap is, all right, that sucks some people into the long side and shakes them out to the downside. Take a look at Facebook on the 1-minute chart. You can see it pretty clean. Right there in the first, right there around 10 o'clock or so. This whole action that happened in the first 30 minutes was basically a bull trap action. In any case, we'll see what stocks we have on watch in the afternoon. Another stock that's in play that I did not mention was Lulu. Lulu had some news come out this morning regarding that they were lowering their prices. And you know how Lulu is. It's a high margin company. They expect to sell these yoga pants that cost like $70 when you can go buy some sweatpants at Walmart for $5 and work out on those. In any case, Lulu pretty much got smashed to the downside, and now it's getting a little bounce right here. Stock still looks kind of weak, like it could roll over, but just another stock to keep on watching play. There's not many stocks in play today as the market still continues to have low volume, which we should expect throughout the rest of the week, and maybe some volume start picking up sometime maybe next week. Not even next week. I mean, we're going to have low volume probably to like the second week of January where people start being back in front of the screens full time. In any case, hope you guys have a great day. Be on the lookout for the After the Bell market summary, and happy holidays. Cheers.